Buzz, and thank you everyone here, my friends, well-wishers, and family who are behind me. Now, today is a very special day for us. We've been looking forward to this day for the last 3 years because we knew it would come. The first question was why there were some delays, isn't it? So, whereas we did our part to organize and reach here in time, we understood that we were not the only ones to be nominated today. And unlike in the past where people would book time, this time it's on first come, first served basis. So there were other colleagues who came a bit earlier, and because there's a lot of paperwork involved, we had to be patient with the process. But it is not that we had any issues with our documents or something like that. It was just technicalities. But I'm very thankful to God that we are done with this process, and I can call myself a candidate. In the past, I was an aspirant, isn't it? I was an aspirant, but today, because of the grace of God and the love of the people, I have successfully been nominated and declared a candidate to run in the next election. One of the 3 people who are going to run for that election. The second issue was issues of my party, the Forum for Democratic Change, which you rightly said I belong to. I needed to start by saying that people subscribe to political parties for many reasons. It is not like church where you just go and pray for your sins to be forgiven, then you go back home. When you come to a political party, you come possibly because you believe in the values of the party. 2, it could be because you see that party as a vehicle through which you can participate in the leadership and the development of your country. There are others who belong to political parties for fun because they love members who belong to those parties or the leaders of those parties. Now, me as Elasu, for the last many years, almost 20 years, I've been a member for the Forum for Democratic Change, not because I was a fan, but because I was seeing myself as one of those who have something to do, a role to play, a contribution to make in as far as the leadership of our community is concerned. And I thought that the FDC resonates with my values, with my aspirations as a person. So I subscribed to the FDC because of those expectations, not because I wanted to be a whistleblower or just a morale booster. I had dreams. You cannot join a football club when they want you to keep only on the bench. You also need some time to play, isn't it? Unfortunately, this time round, when Elasu felt it was time for him to play some football, the referee said, no. But I said, no, I must play the game, isn't it? So we are here nominated today, and I believe that we are going to play this game. I do not have any personal issues with anybody in the party. My only issue is that I was denied a chance to defeat my opponents within the party. And because I was denied that chance within the party, I'm going to prove everybody wrong by defeating them in the general election. Yeah. In fact, when I was coming here, I met a lot of our party members along the way who said, we sympathize with you, Honorable. We should have really stood with you during the primaries. But because there was no chance for that to happen, we are now going to have primaries within a general election. So let them forget that primaries failed. It is going to happen during the general election, and I can promise you heads are going to roll. God is with me, God is with us, and I believe that we are going to win this election. Now, the other question was, what do I have to offer as one of those who are vying for this office, isn't it? You may forget about the many things that have happened here today, but I just want you to remember 5 letters summarized into code, C-O-D-E, isn't it? Area code, if you like. So what is code? Code is my personal agenda as Elasu, something that I want to offer as my agenda in the next term, if I get a chance to lead the city as the city mayor. And the first C, and by the all these letters are things that contribute to the progress of our people, the progress of our community, and everybody who is a stakeholder in Soroti City. Now, one of the things that we have struggled with as a city, or municipality then, is the first C, the issue of corruption. People have just been singing about corruption, yet they are romancing it. Me as Elasu, I want to deal with the issue of corruption decisively. But it is because of corruption that there are so many things that are tying us as a community. We are failing to move. So if we deal with the first issue of corruption, I can tell you that Soroti City will have a chance. And with my legal background, I want to deal with issues of corruption and the corrupt people squarely. I know that corruption is broad. There is political corruption, there is technical corruption, among other things that are involved. I'll not detail all of them here, but I will deal with them when that time comes. So that is the first C. The second letter is O, which is order, isn't it? Soroti city is the most disorganized city in Uganda. In fact, some municipalities are better than Soroti. If you went to Kumi, you may wonder whether Kumi is a city and Soroti is a ward in Kumi municipality or not. Yet we have people who have been in leadership for donkey years. The same saying they have something new to offer. We are saying no. You cannot teach grandmothers how to circle, isn't it? We cannot teach grandmothers how to circle. You cannot expect change from people who have failed to produce change for the last many years. So the order that must be created is around many things. You have seen the issue of garbage that we struggle with in the Soroti. You have seen the issue of public parking. You have seen the issue of how the rest of the affairs of the city are disorganized. There's a total disarray. So I as Elasu aspire to create order in Soroti city, and the order will be an indicator of the development. Now, the third letter is the D. And the D, if you like, is development. When you talk about the issues of order and the issue of corruption, if you deal with them squarely, you will realize that we'll have some resources which people have been squandering through corruption ventures. We'll have some resources to do some development, do some infrastructure, do some schools, do some hospitals for the benefit of the people. A lot of development that has been happening here has been largely because of the central government. Yet the local government generates resources, but those resources end up into the stomachs of people. People are looking satisfied all the time, yet they are doing no work. So we also want to make sure that we improve the conditions of our people. And the last letter is the E, and I want to talk about it as empowerment. Empowerment of the community, empowerment of the city, empowerment of all those who have been marginalized within the city system. Because we know that the city should work, the city should be in position to work for everybody, not for a few people. And how will it work for everybody if people are not empowered? So I as Elasu will make sure that empowerment happens, be it to the youth, to the women, the elderly, the borders. There are several groups of people that we can reach out to and empower, so that we progress as a city, but also as a people. Gone are the days of telling lies. Gone are the days of making promises without fulfilling. I want to tell everybody and put them on notice that Elasu is here, young blood. I'm ready to deal with you, whether you are old blood or young blood. We need progress.